Voyager One just found something in the space, but it should not exist. This ancient spaceship picked up a signal that had never seen beyond the hands of the sun. This is not a planet or star, but a whisper in the dark. Scientists rush to understand this before Voyager's weak signal disappears forever. Adjust it because they can change our understanding of the universe. Voyager 1, the right of border, where the solar system does not have a real impact. Voyager 1 took the unexpected thing, not the planet, not the Earth. It was another thing that sent a weak signal like a quiet voice lost in the universe. Nobody has seen this before. It is not natural or random to find the Voyager by chance. It was deliberately, as he always knew what we had arrived. The universe is full of electromagnetic signals, dead stars and old supernova residues, with their own melody. But everything that the Voyager met did not call the right question. The signal has not been done in any kind of well-known source, and no textbooks do anything. There is no predictable template. There is no easy explanation. It is to move to challenge logic as if the wave of energy reacts to the environment. The most amazing part? The frequency of this waves is completely inappropriate. It does not correspond to the range of natural space noise and is not similar to the wireless waves of familiar. This means that this can be completely new, and scientists make the head scratch. Physics has long thought about exotic substances that violate all known rules for a long time. But no one caught him as an action. Perhaps the Voyager Perhaps this target is the rest of the universe's early days, the floating relics of the biggest explosion and still invisible. Of course, there is another theory that people sit and hear. Can it be a skill? Automobile? Is it built without birth? The idea of alien technology drifting in deep space seems to be like science fiction. Nevertheless, there is no rejection that this object does not correspond to any known natural phenomenon. And here is a signal as if you want to be found. Voyager is ridiculous from 14 billion miles from the ground. Each message takes more than 20 hours to arrive at us, making communication slow and difficult. Scientists must plan carefully to send a new team. It's almost 2 days have passed until I get the answer. Voyager itself was also built in the 1970s as a tool and a computer to fight to catch along a modern smartphone. This is a miracle and still works. Nevertheless, despite this problem, the mission continues. Scientists try to analyze data, perform simulation and test theories, and hack a secret before the Voyager is too useful. The result of this discovery has raised interest in being between the stars. Space is often empty between the planet and the sun and is simply considered dark stretching. But what if this is not? What is more than we imagined? Even this object can even come out of other galaxies. Then it will be one of the first direct meetings with something of the Milky Way. Scientists rarely understand the vast and empty space between the galaxies. When this thing appeared there, no one could ask for a secret. The clock is ticking. Voyager is one in the quiet darkness, and his instruments are almost held and whispered to something strange. He entered the interstellar space that human technology never increased before. Nevertheless, I accidentally found something that should not be there. This space area is a place where the solar wind meets a true vacuum cleaner, and the boundary is hardly understood. Nevertheless, here, I send an unpredictable hesitant energy wave. Normal heavenly objects emit a stable pulsar pattern, such as the exact clock. Accurate clocks, excellent brightness quasar, and even black holes scream with radiation before swallowing lights. However, this object is almost intentionally, there is no visible structure without a clear fuel source, and there is no clear explanation of why it exists. Can this be an ancient probe? Some scientists suggest that this can be an echo of ancient civilization that has been lost for thousands of years or millions of years. Eventually, the researcher of the farthest mankind was discovered. Others think that this can be an unknown natural phenomenon that has existed in a deeper cold space than the Earth itself. If you travel more, your voice will weaken. His tools to study energy sources for their long-term missions disappear. Engineers fought to survive by persuading all the last energy in the system. But soon Voyager is silent, and forever he introduces it forever. The space to think again. This target can have tips for the largest mystery in the basic characteristics of dark materials, dark energy science, and space-time. If it is composed of unknown particles or shows the action of challenging modern physics, this can lead to serious scientific breakthroughs. And if this turns out to be artificial, this will be the largest discovery in human history. The result is huge. Who made it? How advanced was it? Can they leave other artifacts in a deep space? Even if we are out of the theory of aliens, this discovery still reminds me of everything. If one object violates the rules, it may probably be more. The future of space research. This discovery emphasizes the necessity of the best space probe. Built in the 1970s, Voyager One is still an innovative discovery. But this does not last forever. Imagine what you can travel faster and faster with the latest technology and artificial intelligence. There are also ideas that return samples in deep space. It seems impossible now, but a mission sample has already been made for the Moon, Mars, and asteroids. If the space agency invests in the interstellar profitability of the sample, you can finally study the materials you have never seen on Earth. Global effort. The detection of this object proves that spatial research should be a global effort. The deeper we go into space, the harder the problem becomes. There is no answer to a single country. If humanity hopes to be a real space civilization, cooperation will be needed. Big questions. This target attracted attention outside the scientific community. In general, even people who do not follow space news are fascinated. There is something about unknown people who attract people. And this reminds us that scientists can wonder what space is. What if this object is not just a stone? What if this is the actual evidence of alien technology? Please tell us your opinion. How to subscribe to additional updates for this amazing discovery. For almost 45 years, Voyager missions is an essential part of cosmos study, providing the first and most important view of the real state of the solar system. Nevertheless, these missions have never been intended to survive for a long time. When the first plan for investigation was implemented, the idea of investigating in the 1970s was created by an accident when realized that the spacecraft could persuade the Earth's speed and solar system. According to NASA officials, Voyager mission is scheduled for the last 5 years. Nevertheless, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 are still collecting important scientific data in the deepest range of space. And now, after this time, Voyager will return the unexpected thing to explain this. What does it mean? And what will happen next time? The answer can wait for us outside the star.